You are watching Daily Market Pulse. Today is Thursday, April 30, 2026. If you want a clean daily read on macro and market risk, subscribe for the next briefing. Oil surges above $120, sparking inflation fears and market jitters. Here is the framework for today's briefing. Market Snapshot. Get the latest market numbers and trends. Geopolitical Risk. Understanding the impact of global events on the market. Central bank policy. How interest rates and monetary policy affect the market. Commodities and Crypto. The latest on oil, gold, and digital assets. Daily financial market update. Live prices. Gold, silver, crypto, equities, U.S. bonds, and trend. Let's take a closer look. Market opened mixed, with the S&P 500 down 0.04%, and the Nasdaq up 0.04%. The Dow was weaker, down 0.57%. This comes as oil prices surged above $120/bbl, sparking inflation fears and market jitters. The surge in oil prices is driving inflation expectations higher, which could lead to interest rate changes and impact the overall market as always. Keep an eye on gold and silver as traditional safe haven assets, and on Bitcoin as a faster-moving indicator of liquidity conditions and risk appetite. The geopolitical situation is also. The Middle East conflict is driving oil prices higher, with Brent oil surging above $124/bbl. This comes as the U.S. considers additional military options related to Iran, and the Strait of Hormuz remains a key energy security risk. The conflict is driving oil prices higher, which could lead to higher inflation and interest rates. The central banks are also. The Federal Reserve held interest rates steady, but the message was not dovish. The decision was unusually divided, and markets now see much less room for rate cuts in 2026. The Federal Reserve's decision is driving market expectations higher, which could lead to higher interest rates and slower economic growth. The commodities market is also. Gold and silver are rising as safe haven assets, with gold surging above $4,567/Oz. Bitcoin and Ethereum are also under pressure, with Bitcoin down 1.59% and Ethereum down 3.31%. Gold and silver are rising as safe haven assets, which could lead to higher demand and prices. Now let us turn to today's live market snapshot, where gold, crypto, stocks, and bonds are actually trading right now. Now for our daily financial market update. Here is where the key asset classes stand as of Thursday, April 30, 2026. Gold is trading at $4,593.80 higher on the day and is lower over the past 5 sessions. Silver is at $73.33 higher today and sharply lower over the past 5 sessions. In crypto, Bitcoin is at $75,722 flat on the session and sharply lower over the past 5 sessions. Ethereum is at $247 slightly lower today. Other major crypto, Solana at $82.91, BNB at $615.62, XRP at $1,3680. On equities, the S&P 500 at $7,135.95 flat. The Nasdaq at $24,673.24 flat, the Dow at $48,861.81 slightly lower. Internationally, the DAX at 23,954.56 slightly lower, the Nikkei at 59,284.92 lower, the FTSE at 10,213.11 lower. On the bond side, the 10-year U.S. Treasury yield is at 4.42% higher on the session, and the 30-year yield is at 4.99% slightly higher. Yields remain in focus as the market watches for Federal Reserve signals. Rounding out the macro picture, WTI crude at $108.51 per barrel higher, the dollar index at 98.99 flat. The picture is mixed across asset classes, with no dominant directional theme yet. Investors are watching macro catalysts closely before committing to a clear risk stance. So what does today mean for you? The surge in oil prices and geopolitical tensions are driving market uncertainty, and investors should be prepared for potential inflation and interest rate changes. Thank you for your attention, and we will see you again tomorrow.